It's our faces! It's us!
Yay!
Yay!
Sleepy faces.
Millie can wave in Graham's camera.
Oh yeah, I can. Yeah. Hello folks, my name's Millie the Gem. Welcome to Roll to Hit, and I would like to play some Dungeons and Dragons with my friends. My friends are David and
Unfortunately,
Graham.
she has to put up with us.
And then Simon, but also Lucy. Hooray!
Hi!
And this is the noise of Baldur's Gate behind us, and I'll just turn it down a little bit.
Which we have established as a wretched hard.
What, just shout shut up peasants at Baldur's
We don't
Gate?
want to be here.
It's definitely a different method of turning the volume down than it is in Waterdeep, yes. So last week we finally made it to the Elf Song Tavern.
We did, and we got a special elf song.
And there was a special elf song just for yourselves. And
I eventually remembered that I spoke Elven.
Yes, yeah, you remembered, which was fine. And then we found out that we might be heading to the same place. We might be killing two birds with one stone, because nobody stayed awake for about a week.
Oh, I don't know about killing birds.
Oh,
I like birds.
I'm not sure what other metaphor I could use. Eating two cakes with one spoon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it a big spoon?
Yeah, probably. Okay, thanks, Dog Goblin. She's not content with using the comments. She has to come downstairs to shout the comment at us.
We are an interactive show, apparently.
Rather than using chat.
Feel free to come round with our houses and scream through the windows.
Yeah. So
It's when Lily starts turning up in our houses.
she's
to
running
shout
around to everybody
comments.
else's just to get in. So we're eating two cakes with one spoon because we're gonna get Vollis, who is the Cult of Zariel cultist we found who murdered Billiam, the really uncharismatic bard.
Yeah.
And also go to this dungeon underneath the bathhouse and help us kind of do a favour for Captain Zodge of the Flaming Fist, who might then also let all the refugees we've got outside Baldur's Gate in. And then
Well, I think it does a
And end the
favour to
campaign.
just the universe to get rid of a cult of the three dead.
Cult of the Dead 3.
And
The three dead peeps.
yeah, and we'd waited obviously for morning to come so that.
Yeah, Tanala found us like a place to stay that might have been slightly damp and probably had some mice in.
But it was enough for nobody to recharge.
Yes, definitely nobody has chance to go to sleep.
I like the mice. I get to chat to them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what they're saying back, but I get to offload, which I like to do.
Mm-hmm. So, nobody,
Yes.
while you sleep, there is a dream that is not quite a dream. You perhaps have had dream time encounters such as this, and there is a bit of darkness and voices. Particularly one voice you know quite well speaks to you, and she says, well, seems like you've got yourself in the middle of something rather interesting.
There's an awful lot of intrigue going on.
There is. I perhaps think you maybe need a more direct bit of contact. How about I send you someone, a conduit, to stick with you through the thick and the thin of what's to come. Just so I don't miss anything. How does that sound?
I mean, is this for your benefit or for mine? Yes, that sounds okay.
Well, obviously it's my benefit, but you can benefit from it as well, much like the whole of our arrangement. There will be always more benefit to me. That is the way of things. But enjoy. I've found a suitable conduit on your plane, actually. Not so far from you. I think you'll enjoy his company. And then that ends, and you return to whatever dream you have. And eventually we all wake up in a moist shed in Baldur's
Thanks,
Gate.
Millie.
It is.
The smell of mildew is a bit ripe.
It is a lovely smell of mildew. It is delightful.
And the sounds that the stray cats make
Is the best.
It's all right. That's drowned out by morning prayer.
Oh, his morning prayer already started.
Wait,
I will probably have learned little bits of it from, and I will try and join
osmosis, just
just
absorbing
because
it.
from over the past weeks, and I will try and join in enthusiastically, if
Yes.
not very well.
Sounds good.
Rosie as well.
Rosie will join in as well.
Mhm.
Oh, bless.
Is she a close combat weapon?
No,
He's a barbarian.
a barbarian, a cat
He's
barbarian.
just currently a very happy barbarian.
Because there's lots of rests and no water.
No water, lots of rests, lots of brushing.
Nice.
Are we awake and stuff now?
Yeah, so we're awake. We are accustomed to the morning rituals of Mordrin and his praising of the sun salutation and the stretching that I assume comes with it, and then also some
kind of
singing,
yoga.
some kind of yoga, some kind of singing, some sort of happy, positive.
Oh, well, I imagine the
Doesn't really
yoga
fit.
gets quite funny because I don't know what
Also,
I'm
it
doing.
doesn't really fit with a dex score of -1, but never mind.
That's when you've got your armor on.
Well.
I imagine you can do at least touching your toes.
Yeah, I'm sure
Maybe
it's
not
fine.
at speed, but you can do it like Tai Chi, really slow.
I'm sure it's fine.
Anyway,
Sure, it's fine.
And your toes are really close anyway. Like mine are really far.
Is it because they have the web in between?
that is absolutely true. No, you're quite right.
Toes.
You don't have to reach very far to
No,
reach your toes.
that's absolutely correct.
I hadn't even thought of that. I feel quite
I
accomplished.
don't mind. Is it supposed to?
Yes, it's because I'm clicking on different screens on this side of the computer. I'm sorry. I will try and refrain from clicking on different things. So yeah, we wake up. We picked a place that was up the road from the bathhouse where
We're very
saw-
close, aren't we?
Yeah, we're very close because we might have wanted to have staked it out. In fact, did we stake it out? Did we? Is that what we did the night before? Cause
We watched until everyone left, and then
Yeah.
we knew that she went downstairs after everybody had left.
And then also our duplicitous spy contact knows more people go in some days than come out, and more
That's
people
right,
come
yeah.
out some days than go in. So it's not always an equal flow of traffic.
Pretty suspicion.
So what's the plan? What do we want to do?
I thought we could have a spa day.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, cool.
And then we can ask to complain to the manager and point out the door of the offices.
Okay, is that the plan? Sure.
I don't think we have a plan.
I mean, we could. I was quite looking forward to a massage.
Well-
Although I'm a bit embarrassed.
That's not where we're going there.
Yeah, they are quite evil and currently
Oh
stabbing
yes,
somebody. for
sorry.
fun.
Maybe afterwards.
We can
But
go
it's
to
a
the
good
Temple of
reason to
Soon.
go
Do we
in.
want to be quite so open? In going-
About massages?
I really mean about going into the establishment.
Yes.
If you have a... Oh. Did you have a suggestion, nobody?
Well, I mean, if we're going for a zero stealth approach, then
Oh, I can be stealthy if you like.
Well,
Well, it is slightly stealth to go in. I mean, I can look like this.
I mean, going in is.
I cast disguise self, and I look like a more dainty elven.
But
Don't
won't
mean
they
it's
be
a
massaging you and therefore know what you actually are?
Once they've got their hands on me,
I
but
don't-
by then
I
it's
don't-
too late.
I don't think going in is too much of a problem because it's a public bathhouse.
mm-hmm.
So we should be all right going in.
It's
you
not
know.
a public bathhouse. It is a commercial bathhouse.
Oh well,
He means it's open to the.
sorry.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, it's
yeah.
open to the public. Apologies. Yes, no, it's
Yeah,
not just.
just
yeah.
a slight and tiny.
No, it's best to be. It's best to be. Come on, Simon. I can't think of the phrase. Anyway, it's
Explicit.
best to be correct.
Okay,
Technically
so
correct. There we go.
we can
The
go
best
in.
I
kind
am
of
really
correct.
sleepy. I'm very sorry. It's been a long
Yes,
day.
we do apologise. Standing out in the cold
Anyway.
for however many hours.
We do know that Vollis is in there. I suspect she won't go up to the surface, but she might do. And if she does, then she doesn't know what we all look like.
And then we attack her outside.
Well, is the
I
plan that
can do
we
being
all
not
book some kind
visible.
of service, and whoever gets the room we know has the secret door in, makes an excuse to send the masseuse out, and then gets everybody else?
I mean, we're very early. I don't know why we don't just wander in, you know, and act like we are going in to see someone, and then just wander over to that room and go into the dungeon.
Well,
If
then
we're stopped,
presumably-
if we're
well-
stopped, we ad lib.
Well,
The best kind of D&D plans.
yes,
Exactly.
That's the full Leroy there.
I
am the one-
believe that Leroy is to actually run in screaming.
That's-
Yes.
yeah.
I mean,
I'm
that
not
is-
planning to
Okay,
do that.
it's about a
That's a
0.89 of
full
a Leroy.
Leroy.
There is a dungeon where some light needs to be shed. Let's go.
Oh, by the way, before we do go, Mordred, I have a surprise for you.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. Yeah, I've got there's an old
I'm-
friend.
Extremely skeptical about whether I'm going to like this or not, but by all means.
Well, I will reach into my satchel and pull out a figure of a familiar
So
familiar small creature.
Does perchance
It's the little
this
demon.
small creature look like it might be a bit on the devilish side?
It does look at. I must
Might we have
confess,
seen? Might we have met him before? Maybe.
it's possible. It's possible that you've met this.
Hmm.
I mean, it
Oi, I want my dagger back. Last
this
time I
is my-
saw him, he was flying off with one of my daggers in him.
It's my friend Tolly.
I have
No,
taken-
we're not cutifying it.
it's
have
got a
taken
fake
sacred
moustache
oath.
on, so nobody recognizes it.
I have
Yeah,
taken
he's in
a sacred
disguise
oath
now.
to strike down fiends and those who consort with them. This is.
I think they're
I
just
think.
friends.
I mean, he said he was friends. Does that mean you're consorts?
What would you say, Tolly?
It shakes its head and tries to assume a position, perhaps holding onto the back of nobody. Like, nobody is its meat shield between him and Mordrin.
And if you want to give him a newspaper to read as well, in addition to the false moustache, he's going to be awfully.
I don't think this is going to work.
Yeah, why
He's
exactly
awfully
is he
useful.
here?
Isn't
Sorry?
he? He's the one who tormented all those people.
What?
Well, he's not doing it now, is he?
I don't know. Are
Look,
you
if
saying that
it
he
helps-
can't do it now?
If it helps, it's not strictly speaking him.
No, that doesn't help at all.
Is
I'm
because of-
confused. I am very confused. I don't like being confused.
Look, we're in a situation where it seems like we have to go into some very questionable places.
And I
So
don't
we're
think
gonna
we
make
should.
it
That's
work?
it. I don't think we should therefore be taking questionable things with us.
Oh, I suspect that's the only way that we can achieve anything is by taking questionable things with us and consorting most likely with questionable things, and by talking to questionable things.
But having one on your
You're
person
saying
and
he's
introducing
like
it
a
as a
Judas
friend is a
goat.
rather different.
Is that what you're saying? He's like our version of a Judas goat?
Oh, he'll do whatever I say.
But he's there so that the people we're going to go and smite will think, oh yes, they're on our side, up until we kill them.
That's not strictly speaking what I said. You're putting words in my mouth now.
I am very, very disturbed by this turn of events.
Likewise.
I am willing to give nobody the benefit of the doubt, but if that little thing hurts anybody who I think is an innocent person,
Who you think is an innocent person?
yet who I consider to be an innocent person, I will stab it until it goes back to where it came from.
Well, you'll just come back.
And I'll stab him again.
He'll come back again.
I can keep this up for a really
Yeah,
long
say,
time. Do you remember when I was chatting
or
to
we
you?
try and save our city and get this city back.
Should we perhaps? I think we should perhaps progress and.
Oh no,
Questions
that's what I
okay.
said.
later.
That's why I'm saying I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt.
So,
Would
I'm pretty
Agree.
sure there's one of us out of the three currently in this conversation who's spent time fighting against the creatures of the Nine Hells, and two of us who haven't spent a great amount of time doing that.
I fought quite a few. I've stabbed
Okay.
cultists and fiends.
well,
It's a bit of a new environment for you, though, isn't it?
for now, why don't we just go and rescue whoever's being stabbed in that dungeon and kill
Yeah, there was
Vollis?
someone down there.
They were doing a torture.
Yes, so we can go and do a kill.
I'm going to get very grumpy at someone very soon.
I wonder
And
who
we
it's
best go
going
and
to be.
find someone else for me to get grumpy at.
It's very true.
It seems if we accidentally kill Tolly, then he'll come back. So there's,
Yeah, if that accidentally happens.
yes, as a
Absolutely.
a
Friendly
therapeutic
fire.
device.
The friendliest of fire.
The best kind of fire.
Although
No,
he's
wait.
probably fire resistant, to be honest.
Right. So we stride on in, I think, or stride on up to the door anyway.
So we're not doing any kind of subterfuge. We're just
Well,
going
it's
to
up to you.
basically.
I am
not
not.
for
I
anything.
am disguised.
You put forward
Yes.
the idea of each getting a room, but that means we're then split up inside.
Well,
I think
assume that they're going to have some sort of reception unless we're willing. Like, do you think everybody in there is evil?
no, but
No,
we're
I mean,
not
there's
going
some
in there to
randomness-
go into the main body of the building. We want to find the room that she was in, which nobody knows the way to because she went there, and then just go through the secret door and get down into the dungeon. The less prevarication, the better.
Okay, then. Let's see how that goes.
Hey, sweets. Come on.
So yeah, we wander up and walk up to the door, I guess.
All right, so we walk up. There is like this L-shaped kind of courtyard. It's got like a nice trimmed lawn, white marble benches dotted around it, fountains with like little nymphs tipping jugs of water into like basins or bird baths kind of thing. All looks really, really nice. Very very lovely. You can see up ahead there's like a double doors and they are one of the well actually at this time of the morning they're both closed. Everything's closed. There's like the bathhouse I don't think opens until after folks have sort of got about the morning business. It probably only opens around noon to be honest. It's one of those sort of places. So yeah, as you arrive it's all quiet. But it's quite nice here in this manicured lawn with the benches and things around it. It's one of the nicer parts of the lower city.
I don't think I've ever been here before. I mean, I've
No.
looked at it from the outside.
If I try the door, is it locked?
You go over, you yank on one of the doors. No, it opens. Opens out into a 20-foot high pillared chamber. You can see it's adorned with frescoes of bathing royalty. Natural light streams through a stained glass window. creating these colourful patterns on the tiles of the polished blue marble that covers the floor. You can see sort of around, there are 3 shallow pools that have water, white marble benches, stacks of towels around, and you can see each of the baths. These pools have like shiny brash taps on them, and there is a person walking around, and they're pouring, like, you can see them pouring like perfumes and just attending to these pools, sort of like setting them up, perfume in the water, in the middle of the floor, almost like it's definitely not something that's typically there. There is just this big wicker basket full of flowers, and as you open the door, Aziraphale, they look up at you a little bit like, they go, no, we don't open for, and they sort of look up at the a good couple of hours, water's not even warm.
So I'm gonna guide myself and just say, it's okay, we're here for the other, and then just walk off in the direction of the room.
Are you going to name drop the dude that she name dropped?
I'm just gonna say we're here for the other and just leave it.
They.
I follow.
Yeah. You need. Give me.
I'm gonna pay no attention to them.
Are you going to pull the thing where you look like you're supposed to be there? What, with authority?
Yes, and a lot of armor and a big warhammer.
Give me a persuasion check.
Okay, I actually took that as a random ass skill, so yay.
Yay, skills.
Yeah. 14, 16, 18.
18. So this staff member looks at you and kind of nods and says, well, I'm not sure anybody's expecting you. Perhaps it's a welcome surprise. And
I don't even pay them attention and just walk off.
Anybody who's can.
I will wave an imperious royal because I look like a high elf, a slightly tall.
Yeah, a very long and skinny high elf.
Well, it does reduce. You can reduce your visible height.
Yeah, the Firbolg version of it. Yeah, you can do.
So I'm not quite as tall as a Firbolg. I look like a tall high elf, and I'm looking very superior. And I will, and as I have remembered that I speak Elven, I will say
Good morning.
no, but it's really heavily accented.
Oh yes.
So it's like, good morning. And I carry on past.
I look like a high elf, but I sound like a moon elf.
Oh, we are subtlety incarnate.
Yeah. and then comes Maradrin, and then comes nobody. Is that the?
Yes, I'm terribly sorry about all of this. I'm sorry about my associates here. We're here with the Mortlock account. We're just after a morning of pampering, if that's all right.
I'm actually a paladin of the Founder, just to be clear. And I walk through. I'm not having trouble with any of this. Before if they want to stop me at that point, by all means they can. But I just totter off after Aziraphale, and
there is an element of like, I don't get paid enough for this.
Yeah.
And
you can rely on that 9 times out of 10.
And they look at nobody and said, Mortlock account. There's a little bit too many of you to fit in the one room per the normal agreement.
That's all right. If you could just give us a room next door as well, that would be ideal.
Very good. Yes. And she and they gesture towards the room that Aziraphale has gone.
He's stomping towards.
And there is only one other room. So she said, and this one, if you want, but they are like opposite each other. There's only 2 private rooms opposite each other. with a pool in the middle. And they kind of say, well, I could get one of the screens from... yes, yeah, I'll set up a screen. You can take that pool at the end and use each of the rooms. It's just me in right now.
That's marvelous.
I don't do the... And she kind of does the like hand kind of...
After the screen, there's no need of any further assistance for this morning, but thank you so much.
And they like put this perfume oil down and go off to like a side cupboard and get like this big wooden... You can hear them sort of clattering and dragging stuff around. There's probably one point where they step in the bath and they...
Why?
We just
Thank you.
Is there a fail? We open the door.
What's an appropriate amount to tip a bath attendant?
They're probably going to getting paid like coppers. So...
Oh, that's fine. I'll give them a couple of silver then.
They're like, oh...
Like a few days' wages.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, as soon as the screen gets to the door, I'll take it off them.
Oh.
Because I'm much easier to drag it away, and I really just want them to go.
Yeah, so they set up the screen. It's like 2 10-foot panel kind of things, and they set it up so nobody could see that you're using the bathing pool. They go off and they, well, I'll leave you to a day. Who is... I can't find the names.
Our names or somebody else's?
No, the other folk who will be in the bathhouse, the staff later.
They're all called Bob.
Oh, yeah, okay, they're Bob now. When they get here, I'll tell them that you've and then just go back to put in like flower petals in the bath and that kind of stuff.
That's great. We mostly just want a quiet day. Thank you very much.
Do the flower petals in the bath do anything? I've always wondered why.
Well,
No idea.
just
Okay.
nice, isn't it?
Sorry, I will be leaning right down to say.
Yeah.
Does anyone have good perception?
I have an all right perception. Do you want me to roll perception in this room?
No, well, I want to guide you, and what I really want you to do is to listen at the door we're going to go through.
Oh, at the secret door.
Mhm.
Yes.
I will bring you my thingy.
'Cause, I don't really have many qualms about attacking them while they're asleep, but if we can hear them moving around, I will probably do
see
Shield
that?
of Faith.
Yeah,
That would be a natural
it
one.
would be.
Oh, cool.
I'm too
Oh.
distracted.
By the thought of petals in bathwater.
Yeah, I don't know what most I've.
So
Why are they always? No, it's fine. I don't hear anything.
Oh, good.
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
it's all fine because a natural one is only a crit fail in combat, so it still adds
It's a
stuff to it.
6.
6.
Plus guidance.
Plus guidance. Okay, I'll roll the guidance as well. Oh, I got 4. So it was a 10.
10.
That's actually half decent, to be fair.
That's an alright score. So we stand at the door, the
Not bad for a
secret
crit fail.
the secret door. We can't hear much. There's a bit of crackling of maybe a torch on the stairs, and probably some dripping water or something, but nothing. Perhaps
No
they've got rusty
scurrying
pipe.
mice or rats or
Yeah,
anything.
no, rusty pipe noises from wherever they're getting their hot water from, or wherever they drain their old baths to. It's probably getting in the way of Tanala's sound perception.
Okay.
Well, it's just distracting, to be honest.
Nobody, do you want to go first, or are we just going in like full-on combat?
I mean, do we want to try?
Or
And
you can stealth
there,
ahead and have a
there-
look.
there are 2 of us who can be
Appear.
that level of stealthy. I mean, I can be invisible.
Or you can be
Okay.
invisible briefly.
All right. Should we try opening the door, and me and Mordrin will hang back?
Sure. Bring up the rear, as it were.
Mordrin, what's your armor class?
My armor class is 19.
I am going to try and open this door in a stealthy manner.
And what is nobody's armor class?
I get a 17
Alright.
on my stealth.
Sorry, I missed that, David.
13.
And Tanala's is...
13.
Oh, okay. I thought yours would have been higher.
Why?
Dex bonuses and stuff.
I suppose I am quite dexterous, but
It's because we're
I
new.
need better armor.
Well,
We haven't done any shopping yet.
we're in a city, so after we kill everybody in this dungeon, and I mean, after we free whatever we do down in this dungeon, we could have a shopping trip.
Murder
afterwards.
hobo go!
Go hobo!
I can, just as you're leaving, I can cast you the faith on
Oh, thank you.
Tanny. So.
Yeah, that's
What
why I
does
was
that
asking. I can also cast that spell, and as
Oh, cool.
do I make
But yeah,
myself almost
you get plus 2
bulletproof?
bonus to AC, so you're
Nice.
actually 15.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to see if there's anybody down there because it lasts for 10 minutes.
Okay.
But that's cool.
I feel a warm, glowing, lathandery protection flow over me.
Ooh, this has got music in this bit. Very nice.
And nobody is now protected by Istitia.
Is Tisha?
Mm-hmm.
You well, bless you.
Gesundheit.
Yeah.
What does that do?
It gives you +2 to your armor class.
Oh, this is very loud.
It's very less squishy.
Very loud. So we armor up, and then what do? We head down,
You're
sending.
stealthing down. I rolled a 17 on my stealth check.
All right. So these steps are damp, and there's a couple of spluttering torches, and the stairs sort of double back on themselves, so we're going down underneath the bathhouse. We get to, as we head down these stairs, can see that the chamber at the bottom of the stairs is empty. It's unlit, and there is a lot of foul smelling water at the bottom here.
Right.
So can you see? You do have dark vision, don't you? Or low light vision, or do you not? You're the one who doesn't have it.
I cast. No, I can't actually do that yet. No, I don't have dark vision.
Right.
I'm the one who can't see in the dark.
I don't think
So
it's
it's
zero
just
fair.
dark.
It's
No,
just
I
dark.
can't see in the dark either, no. I cast
Is it
I've
full
got a cantrip.
darkness, or did you say they had torches?
There's torches on the stairs up behind you, but down here in the you can basically just, the light here gives you about 5 foot at the bottom of the stairs where you can see they go into water.
I won't. I will stop at the bottom and wait for everyone else.
I can send. I mean, I know you're not going to like this, but I can send Tolly to see how many of them there are.
That sounds like a plan. I message into your head. Well, it sounds like a whisper, just, that sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
I forgot I can do this again. Now you can hear me.
So we wanna send Tolly along through the dark a bit.
Yeah, just for frame. I know we've said it's Tolly, but I presume from the mechanics of Pact of the Chain, Tolly is essentially functionally an imp.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. That's.
Well, the thing about devils is that he could have just been demoted.
He probably has.
It happens a lot.
You should change team. You have to start at the bottom and work your way up.
Well, that would be a lemure.
Well,
Right, so I presume, Tolly, you
Lemur?
can change into a rat, can't you?
That would be so adorable.
as a familiar, I think you have to recast the spell to change the familiar form.
Oh, well, it wouldn't be changing the familiar form. It would be that an imp can shape change.
Oh, can they? Let me double.
I think they have limited forms that they can take, but they can turn into.
Rat, raven, or spider is what I've got.
Oh, cool. All right. Well, if Tolly can indeed do that,
Or he can turn invisible as well.
Yeah, he
which
can
I
turn
suppose would be more. Would be.
Top bit where it says traits.
Oh yeah, that's cool. I didn't know they could do that. That's awesome. So yeah, he can turn into. He doesn't want to turn into a rat because there's water here.
Well, you can do spider if you want, Tolly, or you can go invisible.
He,
Because if you respond, you can go on the wall.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you spider and go on the floor. Or you can just be invisible.
he
But
just
if you're going to be invisible, you need to be quiet.
He-
All right?
yeah, yeah, and he disappears.
Oh man, Millie playing Tolra in relation through this whole campaign may just make this bearable.
All right. So he turns invisible. He negotiated that up from get in the water. Turns invisible. And what do we want Tolly to do? Is he gonna go ahead and look around, or is he gonna?
Yeah, he's doing recon to see how many of them there are.
All right. So he goes away for a bit. Now there's an option where you can see through his eyes or something, isn't there? Because he's your familiar. You can.
You can lean on me.
Only if you have a certain invocation. Fortunately, when I leveled up, I switched to that invocation. So yes.
Okay.
You can lean on me whilst you're blind and deaf.
Yeah, so I can no longer do the thing that I did for ages because he hated it.
Yeah,
I mean,
that was a chore.
no, you're now just going to do it with the familiar.
Okay. So he moves into the room, moving invisibly. This room, it's 15 foot from the stairs to the other side of the room, but it's longer. It is 10, 20, 30, 45 foot, so it's a long, thin room. And you come in on the north side. On the opposite side, there are two more tunnels. Nobody would remember that Vollis took the left of these tunnels. But there's also the right one if you want to map the whole place. I don't know.
I will just go and put on the kettle whilst your imp is flying around.
Very important. So which one does Tolly go down? The left one that Vollis went through?
And the left that Vollis went through.
All right. So it goes south for a bit. It bends around east. It goes east for a while, and then there are stairs that come up out the water. The stairs are a curving one, so eventually it comes back south. After a while, it comes to a wooden doorway at the end of the corridor. Nobody will remember that this is the door she went through, and they all had the dead three carvings on them, but the door is closed. So Tolrar is a bit like, nah, if I open this, it's gonna make a noise, he says in Infernal.
Okay, well, come back, man.
Alright, so he turns around, he comes back, and he reappears on the opposite side of nobody's person to wherever Mordrin is standing. If anybody had, like, see invisibility, it probably did something like moon at Mordrin or something while it was invisible, just because it can.
Okay.
Okay.
But nobody had see invisibility, so we'll never know.
Thank you, Tolly. So just to let you know, there is a T-junction. We don't really know what's right, but we would go left. We've gone as far as we can. There is also some stairs that come out of some water. So it may be the case that something that can swim is there. I don't know.
Should we just press on till where we saw the room, or you saw the room?
That would probably be.
Yeah, I mean there was there was somebody who seemed very sadistic in that room, plus Vollis.
Mm-hmm.
But we know we can take Vollis.
For sure. Okay then. Let's go then.
All right, so we move down into the water. This water is 2 foot deep. It is not fun, Mordrin.
Right.
How tall is Mordrin?
Mordrin's only about 3 foot tall.
Would you like to
So it's
ride?
like this deep on Mordrin.
If you wouldn't mind, that would be most helpful.
I will pick him up and put him on my shoulder.
Oh.
That
This
way.
probably looks really weird
I'll
because she's
prove-
still disguised as an elf.
Yeah, and
So
my
I'm floating.
my shoulder is like up here,
Yeah, anybody can make an intelligence check to.
and I will probably be blushing a bit as well.
Oh.
I like him, but I don't want to tell him.
Yeah.
Poke him with a stick. Still doesn't work.
No,
Nobody
that's...
said it would really.
No.
It requires persistence.
Yeah, so this water
Right.
stinks. You're pretty sure you can see bits of toilet paper in it. Or at least you hope it's
Ew.
toilet paper. And we wade through it for a good 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 50 foot of just slogging through 2 foot deep of...
Thank goodness I'm wearing completely encased metal armor.
Yeah. It's totally not going to seep in through any of the cracks.
Absolutely not, no.
And make it all smell. Who has prestidigitation?
Somebody I will pay.
Yeah, this is why you need the bathhouse at the end of everything. So we squelch through this water.
Now you've said that, when we're all covered in blood and mud, we can just walk through the pools at the end.
And head up to these stairs. The stairs curve around a little bit more until we get to this swollen wooden door at the end of the corridor.
This is all looking familiar. Nobody?
Yes, we've been. I have been down here, in the eyes of some other people.
I would like to roll a perception check at this door.
Sure.
It is channel divinity.
Nice,
bonus
that's a 24.
or a normal action. It just says you can do it.
It's normally an action.
It feels like a paid ability window.
A paid ability window.
Yeah. I do
S-
it when we roll initiative.
Some of them are... Oh, I see why you mean paid ability window. So that one, I guess, won't be. Some of them, if you look under
Yeah,
cleric,
it'll say like as an action.
as a,
but
yeah, it depends on what the channel divinity is.
I think mine is a reaction to an initiative roll
Yeah, sure.
because I pick people I like to add my wisdom bonus to it.
Nice. So 24, listening at the door. Other than the dripping of water and probably the scurrying of creatures, insects and such, there's nobody talking, there's nobody screaming or moaning or anything beyond. It is relatively quiet.
Should we push open the door and send your pet through?
I think we'll push open the door.
Okay.
I push open the door.
We push open the door and we come out into a little sort of circular area, 15-foot kind of diameter. We come in through the north door. As we look on the other side of this door, we see that it's got a carving of a skull-headed man with long curved blades where his hands should be. And opposite us is a door that has got a cloaked figure whose face is hidden under a cowl, and his skeletal hands clutch a skull that's screaming. And on the east door, there is a carving of a tall armoured man wearing a bucket helm. His right gauntlet is like a charred black colour and clutches a set of shackles. And the west passage is a set of stairs that lead down.
This is what you described to us, Nobody. I remember you describing this.
Yeah, let's go down the path for as long as we can that Vollis followed.
All right, so she went through the door
Chain
with
door.
the gauntlet dude and the chain shackles. She went down that way, which is the Bane door. Bane. And that leads down to here. All right, so
Everyone immediately.
Everyone immediately goes to.
Brain. Yeah, of course we do.
He goes, yes.
Yeah.
And he's
Around.
extremely
Absolutely, of
odd
course we do. So we follow this path along a bit. Eventually, again, it comes to a set of stairs that both descend down, and we can see that it goes down into a more water at the end of these stairs, and the tunnel sort of comes around south, so we can't actually see the main room that we're heading into.
Should we not have found people attached to walls? Have we gone past that part of your description, nobody?
Not yet, I don't think.
No,
No?
no.
Okay.
Carry on down.
Okay. So, who's at the front? Who's doing the scouting? Who's the
I
the
would be
lead?
doing the scouting. Well, no, because I can't see in the dark.
I'm presuming I'm leading because I'm the one who's been there
I
before.
can
Yeah.
steer. I can help.
No, it's fine. I think we would need to be a bit more. I think actually nobody and his little friend, his seeing eye
Sinai devil.
devil,
Devil. Yeah.
are best being in the front. Also, if they're in the front and someone happens to attack them and kill the devil, that would be
It
nice.
just comes back though.
We can kill it again.
Hmm.
Oh, he better not show that thing to those poor people whose house they. Remember, he was terrorizing them, setting fire to the barn.
the tavern owners.
I'm not even putting that anywhere near.
Sure, it'll all
Is
be fine.
this really the time?
Sure, it'll all be fine.
We were muttering about you, nobody, not to you.
You just whispering to each other.
And then, anyway, you can't hear us because he's sat on my shoulder. And
Well,
we're
you might
like,
be able to hear us, but that's
oh,
fine.
I think that might happen. That at one point I turned to talk to you, and I realised how close your face is, and then I blush and turn invisible.
And then
I'm
Mordrin
floating.
is sat in the air. Great.
Only for 6 seconds.
So nobody, what's your passive perception? Or are you like
I
stopping?
mean, I'm looking the
listening,
majority of the time. I mean, what kind of I was assuming is that Tolly sort of flies out for a bit and then back and then out for a bit and then back.
All right.
Invisible.
Sure. So Tolly goes invisible again. He flies off. He flies down these stairs so that he goes around the corner of the passage. He comes around. It opens out. This area opens out to what you've seen before with Vollis. This semi-flooded room with the wooden pillars around it. That at the opposite end of the room there are some steps that rise out of the water, and on there is a table, a human. Actually, there are 3 humans up there. One of them is chained to the wall. One of them is wearing armor and like still giving him a bit of a poke with a stick. And the other one, the 3rd human, she's sat in a chair with a boots on the table, eating an apple, kind of thing.
Right, they're just up here.
I am excited. Is
Yeah.
there light up ahead then? If there's humans.
Yeah,
that
the
direct-
other end of the room, around the corner at the far end of the room is they've got a couple of torches and made like a.
I would like to. Are we still in water?
No, you're on the stairs. If you
Cool.
want to go around and get to them, 'cause they're-
I will just very gently put Mordrin down on the ground if that's okay.
Mm.
I would like to start to move with stealth.
All right, so I don't think I'm describing it right. So you guys are on the stairs.
Yeah.
The stairs go down into water. Tolly goes round that corner
Oh.
to look, and that's the pool where Tolly goes to. Like there's this area that's filled with water at the end of that area. So we double back on ourselves almost. And at the
Right.
end of
Okay,
that
I
area,
won't put you
No,
down then.
not yet.
Yeah, we have to wade through a good chunk of water before we get to this stage area with the humans. And from where we are, we can't even see the humans because they're almost down a level and maybe sort of underneath, kind of parallel where we are.
When Tolly went into the space and saw the humans, how high was the ceiling?
The ceiling here are about 8 foot high, so it's going to be a cramped space for Tanny. Tanala, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
I'm
can't
used
have
to it.
Tanny and Tally.
Tanala, yeah. It'll just lead to hilarious hijinks and miscommunications. It'll be great.
I will inform them of the situation,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm going to cast invisibility on myself.
Excellent.
Do you
So-
two want to sneak forward, we'll count to 100, and then start noisily making our way through
I'm
the
still
water?
being carried. I don't because Tanny technically lifts and carries like a size up,
Like a large creature.
Yeah.
And considered a beast of
and I'm
burden.
small.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if she can carry me unencumbered. I think that means you can carry me unencumbered.
Yeah, but stealthing through water is disadvantage.
Anyway.
You'll be Captain Clangy as well.
Right, I shall attempt to roll a disadvantage stealth with
I will guide
a
you.
gnome.
As you're
paladin.
stepping off, I'll guide you.
Oh well, thank you.
And then 6 seconds later, I'll do the same for nobody.
Well, you can't see nobody.
Can't see, nobody disappeared.
I'll just
Yeah,
slap the air
he is very
wildly.
good at being invisible right now.
I am looking for...
You're so loud, Cat. Why you be so loud?
We got a 14, which is really sad because the other roll was a 25.
Oh. Alright. Is that where we are? That's where we are. Alright. So, as we come down the stairs, we wade through this water. We try to be as quiet as possible. This dude that's poking the unconscious shackled person looks up, looks over at the woman who's eating an apple, and says, "I heard something in the water." And she like flicks the apple off her dagger, and they both stand up on the front of the stage area. Where the woman says to the bigger gent, the big dude in the all the armor, "Oh, take a torch out there, go and look."
Oh man.
And then there's a bit of like bickery about who should go out and get in the water, and eventually, unless you guys are doing something in this 2 or 3 moments of you get in the water, I don't want to get in the water.
I don't think so.
Get in the water.
I
know
will
this is
pull
happening?
out.
I mean, you can hear them shouting.
Oh, great.
Do
okay.
I have a bow of some variety yet? So the thing I was gonna get was something ranged, but I don't think we've been shopping yet.
We haven't.
Would
No.
you like a net?
Yeah. Aziraphale's net.
No, I will. No, I will just stick with what I've got.
Okay.
You close
I
the
guess-
distance.
Should we?
Oh yeah, well I will keep moving forward. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll surge forward as well. Now I know that it's definitely on. I can hear people yelling.
All right, so you just come down the stairs, round the corner, splash, 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 light cantrip.
Yeah,
Full.
I mean the game is afoot now, isn't it? They know we're here. Unless do you guys want to blag it out? Because I can just
No, I want to go in.
like nobody's invisible, so they won't see him. So he can do whatever he's going to do, and the rest of us can, smite.
I fully intend to.
Excellent.
All right.
It's your favourite thing, I would say.
Well, I've only just learned how to do it.
Oh,
All
I
right.
mean, in general,
I don't know
rather
yet.
than
It might
No,
be
that would be
specific.
divine smiting, but you'd always
Oh,
like to go
smiting.
smite.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yes. No, I understand now.
Yes, of course.
So yeah, I think there's 2 groups of, two groups very quickly about to engage one another potentially here. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, it seems like that. So if Aziraphale comes around the corner with the part of his mace illuminated,
And we're
The
right behind him.
dude, he's got a shield. He's got a torch as he wades in to kind of cast more light. And the woman on the dry area, she's like picked up some sort of a bow off the table. And as
I want one of those.
Aziraphale like
Take hers.
rounds the corner, we need to roll initiative.
Yes.
So I will channel my divinity, and you all add 3.
Nice.
Sorry, what was that, Graham?
You add 3.
Oh,
I will-
nice.
I
Oh,
will
I
do
can-
my
Ooh, that makes it 21.
divinity red knight thing, and let's kick it off.
22.
Did you beat me?
Yeah, I have a
No,
minus.
you add 3, so you've
So
got
add
an
3.
18.
No, 19. Oh, sorry, no, 18. Oh, no, 20. Yeah, sorry.
We're at the same.
21. We're at the same, but you.
We literally
Sorry,
go at the
I'm
same
forgetting
time.
about
Which
the
you're on my
-1.
shoulder.
Yeah, it's perfect.
We go at the same time.
Man.
Technically, me very.
We fight as one.
Yeah,
You're
we
one.
fight as one.
Do they get
Unit.
pack
We have
tactics?
proper.
get
It's,
pack
yeah, it's
tactics,
a proper
tick
Power
tactics.
Rangers.
Yeah, you guys should
Moment.
invent your own feats for level 4, some kind of pack tactics advantage.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna press a button here. I don't know if it's gonna be really loud. Oh no, that wasn't it.
Oh no,
No,
that was.
no, that was mildly
No.
disappointing. Rather than
Yeah, it was really
Sorry.
great. For impact.
Well, it just the one shot button says fight, and I didn't know whether it was gonna be a.
Oh, I was going for that was mild discomfort rather than.
Well, it was a bit of a fight. Where is the fight music for this one shot?
That was it. It was all.
That
done.
was it. Just
We
that
won.
one. No, it
Congrats,
wasn't.
guys.
Let's. There we go. We'll do that. So who got? So Tanala and Mordrin got 21.
Yeah, Tanya goes first. And then when I've had my go, I'll finish making tea.
Anybody else above 20? No. 20 to 15.
They
What'd you
got
get?
I'm gonna
15.
launch you at them.
Yeah,
I
try and
think you
launch me
should.
at the
Lob you.
at the ground at the dry ground.
No, I'll move you in because
have
you'll
the
be
dry
on me. And I
ground.
can-
Exactly. Yeah.
Over. Strange people.
What did nobody get? 5.
Wow.
Um,
Even with the
Ollie got
plus
14.
Tolly got 14. Good job, Toll.
Good job, you horrible creature.
He's not horrible. He's
Yes.
just misunderstood.
Misunderstood.
misguided, needs a good parental figure.
Yeah.
Hey, nobody, you're a parent.
Yay!
He's like a practice baby for you.
I'm really not.
But aren't you like babysitting that thing?
You're responsible
He's
for it.
Devil Dad. Devil Daddy.
It's like having a fur baby.
Yeah.
You have
He's
a
like a
devil
ba-
baby.
Devil
baby
baby.
daddy.
Imp
Yeah.
baby.
Devil Dad. All right.
Yeah, Devil Dad.
So Tanny, you've got this dude with the shield, a torch in his other hand. He's about 10 foot away from you, and then the woman on the dry ground, she's another 15 foot away.
I can't get the.
Right, so
over,
this
I've got
man,
the
is this
diagram.
man in water himself?
Yeah, he's in water like you.
How deep is the water now?
3. It's still 2 foot deep.
Right, I'm going to move up to this guy,
Sure.
which fortunately brings with me my bizarrely hovering.
Yes, your friend.
He's not hovering because I'm invisible. He's hovering because I'm disguised
Do you
as
know,
an elf.
I might be able to hit someone in the head for the first time in my life.
So I bring in with me my shoulder
Yeah, you're
Yes.
Shoulder
yeah.
mounted
shoulder
paladin.
mounted paladin,
Paladin,
Allow
sneak
it.
attack paladin. Yes.
and then I will add. I don't have to use a bonus action at this point, so I'll just cast Booming Blade on my
Wow.
rapier, my short sword,
Okay.
and give him a stab.
Sure. Yeah.
Right, so I need my attacks. Short sword. It's an 18.
18 hits him, yeah.
Kaboom.
Sure.
So, the damage is that. So 4 plus sneak attack. I'm gonna roll. There we go. 2 1s on the sneak attack. That's not nice. And then I need to roll to boom. I don't think anything happens yet on booming blade. I think it happens
Is it on their go or something?
if they willingly move 5 feet or more. They take 1d8 thunder damage at this level. As I level up, it will become
More potent.
So how much damage does he take?
He took an entire 6
Um,
on that attack.
Booming
As a
blade.
bonus action,
Booming blade. Does that do like force damage or?
thunder damage if he moves currently. When I hit level 5, it starts doing thunder damage on hit as well.
Oh, okay. So it doesn't boom until he moves.
No, if he moves, he gets a boom.
Okay.
And then I will attack with my offhand as well.
Sure.
Because I was really disappointed in the complete lack of... Oh, I missed with that one.
Oh, what
That
was
was
it?
just all really
What did you roll?
disappointing. Rolled a 5 on the dice, which would make it a 9.
Oh, yeah, that does miss. I'm sorry.
And he's wearing armour.
He is, and he's got his shield. Don't forget, he's got his shield as well. Mordrin on the shoulder of Tanny.
Let's have a go. Ooh, 22.
22. That hits him.
Absolutely, and I will.
Lob a divine smite.
I'll lob a single divine smite in there. So that's 7 normal damage, and then remind myself.
It will be in features and traits, probably.
Yeah, I think it is. Just remind myself.
There'll be a button for it.
Yeah, where is it on here? Class feature.
Maybe it's in cells.
Sorry, guys.
It's all right.
Do you want me to look it up?
I know what
it's
it
not
does. It's
that.
just not come up on my sheet for some reason. I've definitely leveled up, but
Actions.
actions is attacks and things.
Yeah, we should scroll down.
Divine
And on strike. Actions in combat. Spells. Alarm.
smite. There we go.
Yay!
So yeah, I'll expend a single spell slot and I do 2d8 extra damage.
Do they have a
Sweet.
button at the bottom, or is that
No, it doesn't appear to. So I'll just have to roll
if you click there?
2d8.
Is this like a crash course in D&D Beyond?
Yes, well, I've not
Press it again and get to. Okay.
I've not had to use the dice roller separate from.
No.
So that's in full. That's 19 points of damage.
Nice.
Yeah.
From a really angry tiny person. I do barely anything. I come in being really big. Well, I'm an elf, but I don't
Maybe
look that
you
big
just-
right now.
Being really still so he doesn't fall off your shoulders. It's kind of a half-hearted jab.
Yeah, must have been.
And then I nearly topple myself off. Like,
You like pirouette and full swing it round your head.
like that kind of thing.
Yeah, not another-
So we booming blade him, and then from the other side comes Stealth Paladin, who divine smites into this dude. Aziraphale.
Oh, good. Can I make it next to the woman?
What's your movement?
30 foot.
Yeah, you could just get up close to her. Yeah.
Brilliant. And then I'm going to try and inflict wounds.
Could I have a brownie?
Yeah, make that roll.
Oh, sorry.
Alrighty then. Please die.
Don't raise it.
Does a... I don't know what I add to
Yes.
inflict wounds.
Is it
It's at least 16.
You'll add your spellcasting ability modifier.
In which case it's 19.
19 hits.
Brilliant. I think inflict wounds has got to be the most overpowered spell there is. I do 22 points of I will say greetings from the Red Knight, a poke her in the eye.
You just run up to her and just like grab her and rip the life out of her.
I do, yes.
All right, so we were all
We don't
worried.
mess around with dickheads.
We're all worried about like nobody being like evil and terrifying. And Aziraphale wades through the water as fast as he can, slaps his hands on this woman, and she just drops dead to the floor. Just
Well, she was an evil woman,
Yeah.
so that was obviously.
We went to the Sam Bimes School of Hitting Bad People.
just drops to the floor. Suck the
I
life.
am the
life of her.
only.
Well done, Aziraphale. That was really impressive.
I mean, nobody is just horror. You can't see how horrified he is by these brazen acts of cruelty and evil
Whoa.
from people who are so frequently accusing him.
Just charges right up to her, sucks the life out of her.
We will join a theological debate later, but I don't think killing bad people is a bad thing. And they're very, very, very bad people.
Bad people.
And I will say to the
Bad
Bane
people.
man, I'll say, do you know that originally when the Metatron was dressing up as you, it was going to be Tuesday morning when you realise you still got the whole week to go. And then it was grumpy rainy day, and then he ended up as yourself. I won't make any sense to him, but Aziraphale doesn't care.
Okay.
I'll go and see what that is.
She's just after all the snacks. Then it's Tolly. What does Tolly do?
Tolly is going to. Well, I mean, he's I believe still technically invisible. However, he will, in terms of the flapping equivalent, do a not touching, can't get mad at the and essentially do a help action
Okay.
for whoever wishes to attack the next
Okay, cool.
figure.
Well, that might be you because you are after Tolly.
It's not me. I'm invisible. So what I'm gonna do for my movement first is I will discreetly try to move past and get to the person who's hung up on the wall.
Sure, yeah.
For my action, I will forego my attack to give Tolly as a reaction an attack.
Sure. Okay, that's good. Does he help himself? I don't think you can give help to
He
yourself.
doesn't help himself.
No.
I don't think that's. No, it's a reaction.
Yeah.
That's a sting. So that is 17 to hit.
Does get the big dude, yeah?
I mean, he will stop being invisible, obviously.
Yeah.
That's 7 points of piercing damage, and then a DC 11 Constitution against 11 poison damage.
He gets, what's this, Constitution? He gets 16.
Yeah, so he gets half that. So he gets 5 points of poison damage.
5 points of poison damage. Okay, cool. So as Tanala and Mordrin are on one side, from the other side you see appear and then jab this this dude with it's his tail, isn't it? That's the imp's tail. So jabs this dude in like
A bite, I believe.
Oh, is it a bite? Like, just sort of appears, sinks his teeth into the back of this dude's neck between all the armor and stuff. Rips a chunk out of his neck, and there's like this black poison dripping off the bite. The guy sort of looks over his shoulders, flails a bit, and then it's his go. He has nobody left to use his voice of command ability upon, because we have killed the other person in the room. And so he's gonna try and smack Tanny with his shield. He's gonna try and bash you with a shield, and then with his other hand he's gonna try and hit Tolly with his torch. Why is words so hard on Sundays?
Yeah, I've struggled this evening as well.
Delicious tea and cake.
Yeah, delicious
As you
tea and
should.
cake.
Absolutely.
So Tanny. Ooh. 21 to hit.
Definitely.
1d6 plus 3. Ooh. That's 9 points of bludgeoning damage as he smacks you with his shield.
Ow!
And then 15 to hit the imp.
It's an imp.
Doesn't hit the imp as hard. 5 points of fire damage as
Okay.
it gets him with the torch. Which brings us back to the top of the round, and it's Tanala's go.
I'm really, really miffed.
Yeah.
So I will shake my short sword a bit and
Is it on?
boom it again. Because just in case, it's a cantrip, I can do it as many times as I like. Doesn't make much difference, but in case he tries to run away, I crit.
You did.
You crit.
Nice.
Hang on, wait. I've prepared
Yes.
something for just this occasion. And I pressed the wrong button. Of course I did. There we go. Critical hit. That was totally not as exciting as... Anyway, we crit.
Yay!
Yeah, there we go.
I mean, people at home saw it. That's I can't put it on the
I've just
Zoom call.
seen it.
Oh,
I
okay.
saw it.
Crit. So, double damage.
Mm-hmm. 1 second, I just need to roll my sneak attack twice to get double that as well.
Oh, extra sneak attack.
Right, so that is 20 points of damage total.
Oof. It's good.
That's a mighty wallop.
So a combination of this dude trying to hit the imp with his torch, the imp playing I'm not touching you, I just trying to that kind of stuff, and a perfectly executed stab. This dude, you just cleave like his where I don't know, his throat or something vital, because he just staggers back, hits the wall, and slides down the wall, so he ends up sat in the water.
I'm gonna pick him up by his armor or something and start dragging him, because I'm gonna be heading up the stairs to the dry ground, so this gnome can move without drowning.
He won't drown. He'll just get very wet and stinky.
That too.
Have we defeated the bad people?
We have defeated the people that were here in the dungeon before you.
Yes.
That aren't the poor innocent person tied up to the wall.
I will neither confirm nor deny their alignment.
Refer to them as the baddies for ease of use.
Okay, you do
I
that.
mean, he might also be evil.
A lot of slaughtering going on.
You missed the word righteous.
Yes, holy, inspired, righteous slaughtering of evildoers and ne'er-do-wells.
Exactly.
They were probably loitering.
Yeah, they're
They
loitering
were
with evil
definitely
intent.
loitering.
Intent. Aziraphale will turn his attention to the person on the wall.
So yeah, nobody's already up there with you. So this person, as nobody's probably the first person. Also,
This one I saw yesterday.
yes, it's that dude. He looks worse for wear, and he looks at you and he says, "You've killed them! Oh my gosh! If you take me back, take me out, help me. My family will pay a lot of gold. I've got so much gold I could give you if you take me back to the city, but the upper city, not the shitty city, the proper city. You'll do that, right?"
We will.
Does anybody...
Which city are we referring to here?
He means the posh bit of Baldur's Gate.
Posh Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, the proper Baldur's Gate, not this
Do we
crap
know
hole.
who you are?
Are you not come? Did my family not put a reward?
I'm going to cast Charm Person.
Is that not the one that turns them against you?
No, they know that you've done it to them afterwards. But I think that will let us ask our questions, get the true answers, and then decide what we wish to do.
To be honest, I think he's kind of likely to say anything we want to get himself out of here.
True, I don't necessarily mind. Like, it would be useful to know whether he is here because he annoyed Bane or something.
Is he still chained to the wall, Millie?
Yeah, nobody's set him free.
Right, set him. Come on, let's get him unchained.
The notion was that I would be trying to set him free.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
You could help us, perhaps. We're looking for a lady, half elf. She had her nails done, really sparkly, like I think
Proper-
nobody said.
Proper nice. nails.
Really pointy. She was in here.
Definitely stilettos.
We're looking for her. Name of Vollis.
She came a while ago. I've not slept. I don't know if it was weeks or an hour ago.
We know she was here yesterday.
Excuse me. Dying.
He's got that thing when you've been up too long and you don't know what day of the week.
Yeah, no, I understand.
And he gestures with his chin as we're undoing the shackles, and opposite to where he's chained up on the stage area, the dry ground. On the other side of that, you can see that there is a passageway that stairs go down from here.
Could you heal? Because I assume that he's absolutely covered in grievous, torturous wounds.
Yeah, he's definitely not looking healthy.
Yeah, I could heal him. I was waiting to see if
Would
nobody had questions.
You've got lay on hands.
I do have lay on hands, yeah. I will.
Can I have somebody else to pop a minute?
Is it 5 points per level?
Yeah, something like that.
So, can I ask how many people you've seen down here that aren't the people that we just killed?
So as you sort of let him out and he sort of rubs his wrists a bit, you can see they're all sort of welted and stuff. He's
I'll give, just to see Millie, to start with, I'll give him 5 points of lay on hands.
Cool. Yeah, he feels much better. You see him sort of, oh, wow, yeah. Down yonder, there's a really, like, she needs more sun. She'd be pretty if she wasn't so goth. That there's a woman like that.
An interesting observation to make while attached to a wall being stabbed.
Does funny things to your brain.
It's
I talked to someone from the Church of Ilmater about it, and yeah.
Who else might you have seen? Let's see. Yeah. So yeah. He says there's where your half elf woman. Are you friends with? Why do you want her? Like, you're not gonna. Is this some trick?
No.
Look, no, and he starts getting a little bit paranoid. That because you're asking about somebody who's gone further into the dungeon.
We just want as much information as possible in terms of facing whatever foe that we seem to have. We've sort of happened upon these folks and are trying to do away with them as best we can.
Right. Definitely not here as like a reward. Like nobody's.
We're also very definitely here for a reward.
So people know I'm missing then.
I strongly suspect, although I can neither confirm nor not confirm.
I stare at nobody with a raised
You
eyebrow.
can't see me.
Oh, are you?
No.
Oh, are you invisible at the moment? So,
Are you invisible again?
No, you can't be because you unlocked his cuffs.
As soon as you interact with things while you're invisible, it ends the invisibility. Unfortunately.
Attacks or cast a spell.
Oh, is it
That's
just
what I've got.
attacks? Oh, okay. Cool.
Attacks will cast a spell. I've
Ah.
not done either.
Nice. Okay.
Oh,
I like to think rather than invisibility, it's a somebody else's problem field.
You just can't
Yes.
look at it. So, somebody else's problem field. I can't remember where we were up to before we ruled.
Oh, I was trying to say we're definitely. I can neither officially confirm nor unconfirm that we are here for a reward. However, we are more than welcome to accept a reward. And I have absolutely no doubt that there are people who are very delightfully looking forward to having you back in their fold.
And you can see him running the whole sentence through his head in a like.
Let's put it this way: you're a very important person, are you not?
Yes, very,
Yes.
very important. Very.
They're the sort of people who would contract people like us to come and rescue you on your behalf. They're not likely to send us with the right to say, "Oh, we've been sent by this person to come and save you," are they?
Right.
Yeah, so I can't confirm
Oh.
officially that we are here to rescue you for a reward, but we are here, aren't we? And that should maybe tell you something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can see like he's slowly shuffling back from the group and the invisible voice. And he's like, right, I see what you're saying. The way you came in, that way, is it should I just head?
It's pretty dangerous. I should think that we need to arrange some kind of escort for you to go back, but we can certainly make sure that you're perfectly safe.
Yeah. I mean, I'll take you to the upper city to get your reward and stuff. Yeah. Cause I'm rich and important. Yeah.
can we insight that at all?
If you want.
I would like to say, I hope someone else speaks the same language. I would like to say in Celestial, should I charm him so we can find out who he is?
I was thinking of suggesting him. I say back to him in Celestial.
No, I will immediately in Giant say, I can speak other languages too, you know.
Is
You're
suggesting
not special.
is suggesting like charm? Is it better?
I don't know spells well enough to know whether they are.
So he'll think he's my friend and tell me the truth, but he'll know that I charmed him.
I switch to Sylvan and start saying
I don't think this is
how I
helping
think it's
the
not
opinion of
fair
him.
having entire conversations that other people can't
Well, if
understand.
I could
so
speak a language that you could talk and he couldn't, I would also have used that, or if I could use a spell, but sadly I cannot.
But I
Oh,
can,
Lucy
I can
knows
suggest a
that.
Trigger. I
this
can
is Tanala we're talking about.
Sorry, nobody?
I can suggest a trigger such as that whenever he gets back, he can take X amount of money and leave it at X place that we tell him to do so.
I think I would like a little more info, like who is he, why did he end up here? Like, do we think this is a Mortlock, or...
I want to.
I
I
think
want
it's
to
very likely this is
insight
very-
that he is rich and important.
I think it's very likely that he is a bad
Keep
person.
saying it a lot.
Sorry, how did Lucy's insight check go?
Nobody's rolled a dice yet, so I don't
I
know.
got 16.
16. You can see he is very much regretting his choice of words. Like there's that very much like, you know, when you tell a lie and it suddenly spirals out of control, and you're not sure if those people you're telling the lie to know you're lying and are winding you up, or believe the lie and it's all gonna go horribly from here on out. So he's in that situation. You can see that face, that kind of oh shit. Yes, yeah, sorry, our friend Will has just put in the chat, sounds like what Rook did all the time.
Yes, basically, yeah.
Very much a Rook moment, which nobody else will get the reference.
I must concoct a bigger lie to protect the lie I've already told.
Yeah.
I will. I think charm sounds like we get more out of it. Like I say, he could still be a bad person. They just don't like other. But we already know the fighting between the cults, don't we?
Sure, go ahead. The only other thing is that when it comes to what I do, as long as we have a little wait around here, my spells come back, whereas yours don't.
Okay, okay. We'll go with yours then. That's a very good point. I will be Red Knight tactical.
Yes.
So I will step back and leave it to nobody.
Okay.
Look, sorry, what's your name?
Clem. Didn't you know that? You just check it. This is where you have to confirm identity. And he's like, and he lifts his arm up. He goes, I've got birthmark here. Look, if you squint right, it looks like an apple. And
Okay.
and this is, and he shows you his ear. This is where my sister attacked me with a wooden sword. Look, you can still see the scar.
Okay.
Clem Jahasso.
Clem Jahasso.
Mm-hmm.
Just as
Okay,
an aside, I would really like to have been a Garak style character because I would have used heal wounds because all that stuff would have gone away. I went, what birthmark?
Clem, let's just level with the situation here. I'll drop invisibility.
Okay. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, it's just me. I'm just a person, an Asimar person, but a person all the same.
He's a nobody, in fact.
Thank you, Mordred.
Okay.
Yeah. So what?
Oh, are we doing not disguises?
You don't end up in a
I
place.
drop disguise self and turn into a massive forebog.
It's just like, oh. Yeah.
You don't end up in a place like this without doing some sketchy stuff. We don't care what it was. What was the sketchy stuff?
I did do no sketchy things.
Right. How did you end up here? Was it just like somebody randomly grabbed you off the street one day? Because that's quite traumatic.
That bloke.
Yeah.
He's called Yignath, or that's what he said he was in the pub. And he said he had some cool stuff, and in this bathhouse, and I came to the bathhouse. And then he pushed me downstairs and he's tortured me. It's totally how everything here happened.
Insight check, please.
Same for me. I'm actually good at that. I'll let nobody go first.
Oh, that's not bad.
And
17.
18.
Okay. So, I mean, there's some truth in that. Not a massive amount of truth
Now,
in
what you
that.
have to understand is the best way for you to proceed, the simplest way for all of this to go down is for you to tell us exactly what happened, truthfully, and then you can be on your way. Provided there's no points of concern that we need to discuss further.
not only will we set you on your way, but one of us will give you a piggyback through that water. Because I imagine going through that water with open wounds is not a very good idea.
Oh, what, you think I'll get, like, infections and stuff?
By the
Very,
dozen.
very probably.
Right.
But what happened? Tell us exactly what happened, truthfully.
So he backs up to the table and pulls the chair and sits down in a kind of like
At this point, could I be getting that woman's bow?
yeah, she's got a short bow.
Awesome. I'm going to get
Completely
a bow.
For
unused
some
because
reason, I thought you meant like a hair bow. I was like, what?
yeah, she's
Yeah, a
got
really big, pretty pink bow to go in my fur-bolgy hair.
no, she's got a big bow and it's got one of those little fascinator clips that's got Bane on it. And it's
Yeah.
custom
break off the
material
clip.
that's like I love Bane written in the like in the lanyard material in the silk.
I will break that bit off.
So he sits down on the chair and he
That's it.
says
You rest your legs.
well, it's look, haven't. Right, and he you can see he's like, all right, how can
Very
I?
simple.
Yeah.
You just tell us the truth.
How can I put this truth in the best way possible?
Just tell us the truth.
Kind of thing. He says, well, look, my family, we might not be that rich
Mm-hmm.
anymore.
Really? Okay.
In fact, my mum's dead. And my dad's nearly dead.
Mm-hmm.
And both my dad and my sister have spent most of our family money on clerics and stuff to not be nearly dead. So when she, and he points to the woman as Tanala's like, get your hands off the bow. It's my bow now, kind of thing.
I'm not having this Bane bit. You can keep that.
Yeah. Well, she came and she said they wanted to do a bit of digging because there was some stuff buried underneath our garden, and she would give us a lot of gold to do it. So I said yeah, and she came with her and some weird mates, and they did some digging in our garden. It was about, I don't know, in the spring, and so they found something. It was in like a big box, and I thought it was like they dug up like a dead relative or something, you know, like, because we've lived there for centuries. Maybe that's where like a great grandma was buried, and that was their sarcophagus or something. But no, they said it wasn't, and we should just leave it be. And they took it, but they had to get a couple of folks in. Like, some of them who first digged it out, they were all upset and like said it burned them when they dug it out, and they had to get a couple of folks in who were special and could dig it out.
Right.
It was a bit, and so
Can we make any kind of religion check?
I was just going to suggest that in a minute when we got a bit further on.
Sorry.
It's okay. That's fine.
yeah, you can roll some dice and I'll tell you some answers in a bit if you've got any ideas. And so I came. They didn't pay when they said they would. I mean, they paid a bit to get started, but they were going to pay us a lot more. And well, I used that money to hire some thugs, maybe from disreputable members, crime gangs of the city, and
You should have gone to one of those reputable thug firms. They're a lot more reliable.
well, I can't afford the Flaming Fist.
No,
They're really expensive.
Yes.
This is
yeah.
a city of reputable
It
thugs,
is.
to
It
be
is. It's
fair.
very true.
Yeah.
Carry on.
I hired them, and well, she and him, and the, well, they all died, and then they brought me here, and they've been just torturing me for laughs.
And this is the same group. These are the people who dug this thing out of your
Well, not.
land.
I don't think these folks here did manual labour, but they came
No,
down
but
to
it's the organisation.
look.
Interesting.
Yeah, make sure it was the right place. And yeah, I thought you were from the gang. I thought You were
No,
across
no,
that
we
and
are
got your thugs killed.
we are
Paid.
what are commonly known as do-gooders. I think.
We are. I'd like to make it very clear: we are not what is commonly known as do-gooders.
Well, you don't get many of
We're
them
more
in
interfering busybodies, to be fair.
Baldur's Gate.
Mm. So
I like doing good. We do a lot of good, I think.
we do. It would be useful to know somewhere to get in touch with you going forward, if possible.
I mean, we're going to have to take him with us or he'll get
He might do.
murdered down
He
here.
might do. We could send him out to the place. I don't know.
But
yeah,
to be
religion
perfectly
checks.
honest, if
Lucy
I
got
thought if
Lucy
I
got
was
a
ever,
dirt.
oh, that's-
Sorry, Millie.
I personally thought if I'd ever survived this, I'd probably leave Baldur's Gate and go somewhere nice like El Terrell or
Well,
what was the?
what about your sister and father?
I they can stay here. I'd not really thought much about them.
Yeah. Also, don't pin your hopes on El Terrell. Not yet, anyway.
No, look, I'll clean my. I'll go to church on the right days, and
I'm sure
it'll all be like I'm sure.
we're not getting into this. We're not getting into another Lister and Holly situation.
And let's just take him to as far as the water, carry him through the water, and send him on his way,
And then carry on.
I think
and then carry on. Do we have any facility to give him clothes? Because they are gonna. Because we don't want the spa to sort of have this.
We
Well,
can
there's
take
a
clothes off.
dead
yeah.
guy down there who was torturing him. He was wearing like armor and everything.
Yeah, he's sat in the water right now.
Yeah, we could take. What was the
Does
lady
anyone
wearing?
have prestidigitation?
I mean, she's probably got like some pants and a
Yeah,
shirt on
She
under
was
her.
active stuff because she was an archer, so
Yeah,
we can
Has she
take.
got any coin? Because like,
let me check.
I mean, if we really, really, really want to, he can wear my priest of the Red Knight clothing. As long as he promises to come and give it back at the refugee camp.
I don't think that's a good idea.
I don't particularly trust him, but I will threaten him.
Don't do that. Just
don't encourage him to go anywhere near our friends.
Also, Lucy on her religion check for the
Sarcophagus.
Bernie coffin got 20. You got 20, didn't you?
I got a filthy 20.
I got 18.
I mean, there's nothing
No.
specific for this. Like, there's no
Cool.
No burning coffin of doom.
burning coffin cult or anything.
The burning coffin of Bane.
Sounds
Uh,
epic.
there,
Epical.
like there are enchantments that could cause pain or warding if the wrong people don't. If you're not of the right bloodline or you're not of the right heritage or ancestry to approach this thing, then there will be pain. Also, like religious relics, both good religions and bad religions, could cause like necrotic or radiant damage. Strangely, why cults like people like Nobody, because they are naturally resistant to some of those situations. So if it was a holy relic that caused that kind of damage, an Aasimar would be resistant to it to a degree, and therefore able to wield the mighty relic of John longer than a human or anyone else, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
But what they were digging up and what it is, he's not giving you enough information for you to kind of pin down.
That's fine.
And there's not I guess there's too many situations, too many things where it could be this, it could be this, it might be this.
Okay.
Maybe.
Let's ask him where the house is. So if we ever need to check it out, we can do.
It's in. I did live in the upper city.
Yeah, it must come with an address, though. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not written down here, but
That's
yeah.
fine. As long as his character tells my character, that's fine.
Yeah, he does. He gives you an address up in the upper city.
Okay.
Okay. So can we get him dressed in the woman rangery type person's clothing?
Yeah, it's a bit like it doesn't fit in all.
Is she
the...
wearing normal leather or studded leather?
She She actually is a little bit more armoured than that. Where did I put that book?
Huh.
She
Do you need to
was-
find like armor for someone who's a Furbolg as well, or do you just?
She's
Technically,
wearing
I'm medium.
she's wearing chainmail.
I did not expect that.
She's wearing chainmail.
All right, Clem.
Well, I'll keep him quite.
Well,
Yeah.
obviously she's got stuff under chainmail. You can't just wear chainmail, otherwise it'll pinch
Chafe.
and chafe.
Yeah, I
and-
pick her up by one leg and shake her till everything falls off.
Yeah, she's not got any coin or treasure on her. She's obviously she sleeps somewhere else in this dungeon. This is just where she was chilling out for some casual torture.
Okay, shall we wish Clem Jahaso well? Let's go and check the Bane guy for any, secret plans and go look for Vollis.
There are
Do we want anything of him?
Come on then.
I can't think of anything he could give us. Like, he doesn't seem to have any political or financial power. He can't help us get the refugees in.
Right. But we've got time for a quick sit down before we move on, don't we?
Sure.
yeah,
Rest.
yeah, short rest.
Right.
Is that what we're doing now?
In that case, I'll use suggestion on him,
Okay.
and I will tell him to sort his act out. Don't go around hiring thugs. Just make sure him and his sister do some good, honest work and sort themselves out.
You see him kind of like there is a. Does he get a save?
Yes,
this?
a wisdom save.
All right. He's obviously got a real high wisdom, this dude. I'm not even going to bother looking up for the stats for him because he gets a 4 on the dice.
Oh dear.
And unless he was some sort of cleric, he's not going to have anything better than nothing. There. So he sort of, you see him for a moment kind of go a bit blank. And what was it? Do good by his family and stop
Yeah,
hiring
do good
thugs.
by his family. Get him and his sister get a decent job and just sort themselves out. Whatever he decides that means, I suppose.
Yeah, and you see him after that goes, and he's like, I wonder if I could set up that market stall. I wonder, and yeah, you just as the bottom of the stairs that go up to the bathhouse, as he wanders up there, you can hear him like, everybody needs woven baskets. That'd be great. I should do that. Maybe I could get my sister to. And yeah, he's just muttering as he goes up the stairs as he disappears from sight. And then as it's 10:25,
It is.
and
yes.
we're about to
That's come around quickly.
take a short rest. I know it came around fast.
We did a good deed, yay.
We did a good deed. We sent.
And we are so sleepy from doing Christmas trains.
Yeah. Choo choo. Choo choo. Yeah, we'll end there, and then next week we can plough further into the Dungeon of the Dead 3, find
And
Vollis.
do good deeds.
Vollis and this
Good
this
deeds.
goth woman. Good deeds.
Yes.
Good
Doing
deeds.
good.
I'm rather proud
Good
of
deeds.
22 on that inflict wounds.
That was exactly the amount you needed to drop her.
Really?
It's her hit points. She just goes white and drops to the floor.
Perfect.
And people.
People, yeah.
We are lovely, good people.
Good
The
people.
bestiest.
The bestest
All
friend.
beans are bad.
I do like your idea of having Tolra as your new familiar stroke conduit thing.
Yeah, sorry. Me and Millie have had that one brewing for a little while.
Yeah, I think it's like obviously characters no like, but I thought it was
You're
cool.
horrendous people,
I
but
know,
I love
right?
you.
I love you too. Thank you very much for watching, folks. Also, thank you for the gift sub.
Yes, thank you, Will.
Will. We really appreciate it. That's really cool. We got an
Yeah.
emote. Hooray!
Hey, see you Wednesday.
Yes. I'm gonna play the outro now, and then we'll be back next week. I'm gonna play some Alien Isolation tomorrow. You can come and watch me be scared of the alien. It's
Yes.
daft. And then on Tuesday, I'm going to play some Tales from the Loop with somebody else on Twitter. on Twitch. It'd be great.
Bye, Lily.
Bye. Yeah,
Yes.
Lily, it's time for bed. Go to bed, Dice Goblin.
Ah.
I'll see.
Being told through Twitch, it's time for bed. I
I
love
know,
it.
it was great,
It's
right?
just modern parenting.
It is. It's best parenting ever. But yeah, I'm going to play the thing now. Bye.